Okay, we are live,
We are live.
and John and I have both been involved in a number of different things, including exploring some new technology, which has both of our brains slightly fried
Yes,
on a fried day.
on a Friday, our little brains are spinning.
Our little brains are spinning. Hopefully, your brains aren't spinning as much as ours are.
No, because
I've got the little squirrel cage going in there, and it's kind of going
yeah,
round and round and round and
yeah.
round. So
And I'm trying out a new camera, so I'm sorry I look pinkish.
you're very pink.
I'm very pinkish.
I'm
So
coming
I'm
up, so you
testing
better
out a
get
new
this party
4K
started.
camera.
4K? Why did you choose
Yeah.
a 4K camera anyway? You want to see every? Are you working in dermatology practice where you need to
Well,
show every pore and?
It's funny you should ask. No, there's just been some things lately that I'd like to do in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually use a Logitech C920, and
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I have found about 4K that I really do like is that the lighting is amazing. And that
I mean, the
it's
C920. I used to find it just made me
yeah.
too pale and white. Like it really opened up the aperture,
Well, in
and I
fact,
could never.
let me show you. I'm gonna just let's see if
Uh,
I can change and switch over to the C920, and you'll
can
see
you?
the difference.
Can you change? You don't,
I'm
John.
gonna.
You don't have to change for me.
Aw, that's so nice of you to say. But yeah, so here I go. Big
Whoa,
difference, huh?
so different. Wow.
So we went from the Logitech to the C920,
Yeah.
or not Logitech, Lumina camera is what I'm
Yeah.
testing now.
I'm gonna show you. This is actually my standing desk.
Very nice.
I can lift it. I can lift it up. Ah.
I actually have a real standing desk.
I know you have a real standing desk, but this is a. So I operate with cardboard as one of
Thanks to
my.
the wonders of Costco.
You know what's interesting too? We can't really change the view of this today. I don't know why. In terms of settings, like we just have our faces locked in there. Normally we can do the horizontal views, but I can't get Melon to behave itself today. So
No, I never want to. No, and we've been testing out some new kit as far as we've always been a lackluster fan of StreamYard, and we've been
we're
testing
a
some
lackluster fan,
lackluster. Like I'm
not a
not
phantom buster,
big,
but a
I'm
lackluster.
not that big a fan of StreamYard. Never have been. And
I
we've been
actually, but
testing.
see, here's the thing where we disagree. I actually
It's
liked
okay.
it.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
But didn't they?
But
They bought Hoppin, didn't or Hoppin bought them?
Hopin bought them.
And then what
So
happened? Did you get Hoppin mad?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's been better or worse.
Hmm.
Um, it was supposed to be a lot better. The only thing
Mhm.
I've seen them do really is raise their pricing.
Okay.
So we've been playing around with a new piece of software. One of my friends recommended to us called Meetin,
Meeting.
and Meetin, and that's it's kind of like Zoom, kind of like a combination of Zoom and a lot of the selling features of Webinar Jam, which is where I kind of cut my teeth. So I like some of the things I see there, but we'll probably switch to that in the next week.
Really? Yeah, we
So
have to
maybe
test it.
we'll
I mean,
see
I
how
was
that
impressed with many things on that Meeting platform. And in full disclosure, we do have an affiliate link for it if you like what you see
we
in the
do.
next couple of weeks. So
Yeah. So do indeed come forward.
we'll play with it. I think yeah, it was intriguing to me. And I just
Yep,
think for me, it was just a user interface issue and how pretty it would be. But
that's
then
all.
again, StreamYard and Zoom are not terribly pretty either. So
They're not terribly attractive either.
no,
No.
no.
You can do basically the same stuff. The one
Hmm.
thing I really loved is that you could actually, on StreamYard, you can highlight the comments. You can highlight the chat
Hmm.
on this and actually bring up, comments from the chat and actually talk about them, which I thought was pretty impressive.
I actually like the links. So if you had an offer or some sort of a
Yep.
program or you're selling something, whatever it is, that the offer link would continue to appear. You didn't have to keep dumping it into the
Yeah, you
chat.
can put the links.
That intrigued me. I will say that
Yeah.
was actually very interesting.
And
And allegedly they're changing it so that that'll eventually even be on recordings. Is that
it
correct?
we will have recorded webinars. So
Okay.
you're actually going to have a recorded webinar. And instead of my 500 seats, 500 and 500 that I have for
Hmm.
Zoom, we have 1,000. So 1,000 conference and 1,000 webinar seats.
So,
So
we can
if
have
you're looking
a
for,
thousand of you can show up at one time, and we're okay.
yeah, yeah. So if you're looking for a better sales system than Zoom, because Zoom is great for education. It's great for just meetings, but it's not a very good sales tool.
Hmm.
Very often we put up the link. Oh, did we put up the link? Doc, did we put up the link in the chat for whatever it is we might be talking about? And
For Pablo, Pablo wants the link. Oh,
yeah,
Amy asked for that link again. So,
and it just doesn't work well. No.
hmm.
So and the pricing, I'm not even gonna say the pricing.
Well,
The
no,
price,
it was comparable to what StreamYard used to be.
it's cheaper than StreamYard.
It is now. Okay. I
It's
mean, I
it's
used to pay for the premium. I used to pay $49.95.
it's
So,
it's got more features than the premium StreamYard, and it's less expensive.
gotcha.
I
Hey,
don't know
so
how
what?
to do it.
So we're also looking at opening up a new challenge for where we have a group called
We are.
Strategic Video Masters, where we once a week we go on live Zoom calls and we answer all the questions and we give information about how to improve your particular videos, whether it's short form or long form or your live streaming and all the other things like that. But we're going to have a challenge. Which we had before. It was the 5-day short form video
Video
challenge,
challenge.
which I dubbed 15 seconds to success.
And
Only
it's
because most of my videos are 15 seconds or fewer.
well, and if anything, it's probably more like 8 seconds to success now. So
Yeah, I think so.
it's actually improved a lot. So we're going to be running that shortly. Haven't decided on the date, but it'll be next. I say we run it on the first week of February.
We could.
Gives
I
it
mean,
gives
I
us time
just,
to get
but
ready.
it's
2 weeks.
as long as it's not the AFC championship game in Atlanta between
Yeah, that'll be all right. We'll be
Kansas
okay.
City and Buffalo.
We're not going to run on a Sunday or anything like that. So
We don't run on a Sunday. So we're probably doing it like for Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And then typically, we might even put a little bonus Q&A thing at the end of it. It depends, really.
We just go through and
But we've got a year of experience in our group and shepherding people and giving them feedback on their videos and some positive. I think we'll gather our testimonials this next week. That's real behind the scenes. It's like fly by the seat of your pants marketing, basically. But
exactly. But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but having the experience of working with people for a long period of time and continuing the relationship with a certain amount of hand-holding, with some insights, and with a number of other things, we've got a ton of recordings from those experiences. We might be able to cut them down and create a vault, if you will, of some of
and
our
we've got some great
stuff.
testimonials from the last class.
Ye shall gather the testimonials because I'm still in the COVID recovery time.
Of course, but the one that impressed me the most is one of our students who participated in the last challenge. Turns out, as a surprise to us, that she is on the board of financial security for Canada, and
to educate people.
To educate people who are what's the word I want?
You're looking for financial literacy.
Financially insecure is the word I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, but you're teaching them to become financially literate and
yes,
develop skills relative to managing their money.
Yep. So they're going to start doing some work with short videos in Canada.
That's great. Oh, Canada.
Thanks to us. So what's not to love about that?
Well, congratulations, John.
Oh, sorry. Wrong way. It's all good.
What else is going on here? I think that's about it. I mean, we're working on email lists. John has a massive email list that we're cutting into little chunks because he's sent them to people at different times. New podcast is coming up, which is RV Goodness, John's passion project, really, and that will eventually lead to the RV HBA, which is a
RV Home Business Association. So that will be coming along
recreation
as well.
Home. And what was the other one? Was RV Business Builders. So
right, which is where so many. It seems that so many of the RVers I talk to are looking to build a business from their RV and really kind of get things going and get their videos going, etc. So
because it beats work camping.
It beats a lot of things that you can do on the road. That's for sure. And so we'll be talking all about that stuff as well as we move along in the new year.
Either you're having bandwidth issues, or I am, or maybe Melon's server is, because you're freezing and cutting out, and I don't know if I'm doing the same thing.
You're doing the same thing on my side. So,
oh well.
Something's
it's not necessarily a big, great tech day, but we've learned a lot. So
no, and we're having a major snowstorm up here, so it could be on my end. Somebody might have hit a pole or some crazy thing.
There's like snow on my TV.
There's snow on your TV?
You didn't get a good channel. You had snow on the TV.
I know. So anyway,
anything else before we? What are we doing? What else are we doing? How much else? We're exploring and doing stuff. We've given you a good little 15 minutes or so. I don't know. Dr. Kayvon K has not shown up with us, so
no,
it's all right. It's impromptu. We wanted to make sure we did something today, and checking out. And this is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time in a couple of weeks.
No, by the way, we did these things.
We did last week.
No. It was scheduled. It was scheduled because I had the
last
whole
week was scheduled. Yeah, but we did
scheduled. No, but it's different. So I'm just saying that in the interface, I wasn't sure how this would actually work because I've never done it before, and so I just set the link up and I pressed go live. And when I pressed go live, then it sent me to the places I would like to from which.
I gotcha. So
like in the past, we've also. It's a very different feel in the interface to go.
Yeah, we've always scheduled it all ahead of time, right?
Or we've also done where we just did a private recording because we couldn't get it to work. We've had many problems, and so not getting it to work stemmed from, and you want to double check and triple check this, it would not broadcast if we hadn't given admin privileges one of the Facebook groups. So one group not being connected tanked the entire broadcast to 10 different locations.
The other thing that we're having some problems with is the platform that will remain nameless, LinkedIn.
Oh no, we can say LinkedIn. We can say LinkedIn because I'm incapable of broadcasting. LinkedIn at short. You've got to be at least 10, 15 minutes ahead of time to broadcast into LinkedIn Live.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had all that.
We had some issues with LinkedIn.
Was the funniest. You if you're broadcasting live on LinkedIn, you cannot talk about LinkedIn.
That's right.
It's like Fight Club.
You can't talk about Fight Club at Fight Club.
You can't talk about Fight Club.
Or outside of Fight Club.
Same thing with LinkedIn.
So same thing with LinkedIn.
Well, I think we'll be doing a lot more LinkedIn stuff too with respect to our joint venture agency.
We definitely are going to be doing a lot more LinkedIn stuff. We're going to be doing a lot more LinkedIn video, and we're going to be doing a lot more prospecting on LinkedIn because that's something that we haven't done till this point, per se. Right?
Snow.
What? I don't know if I'm frozen or Dr. V's frozen. Oh, well. Anyway. Dr. V's not coming back. Let me try changing. Hey, there we go. Are you back? Dr. V. Well, clearly we're having technical difficulties. Dr. V. And I'm not sure it's on my side. So one other thing in technology that I've been experimenting with, and I just swapped over to it. I have T-Mobile internet at home now, just as backup. So we of course RVing. We decided to give T-Mobile a try, and they have a very inexpensive plan if you fit their criteria that they're almost ready to get going in your area. You can get started on T-Mobile internet. So
Well, you might get started, but I'm about to end this thing.
that's all right. No problem
Yeah.
there. So anyways, I was just talking about that. I shifted over to T-Mobile because I think our standard internet might. Hey, this is what happens. You have a snowstorm in New England and stuff goes out and everything kind of goes awry. But anyways, you guys know some of the stuff that we're working on. So we said hello, happy New Year. Hope you guys have a great 2023. And
if anybody has an RV or are interested in working across the country from an RV John Paduchek is your man.
That's right. Or just wants to be a guest on the podcast. So I'm looking for guests for the podcast.
That's true.
Right. So if you want to be a guest on the
podcast guests,
reach out. Looking for those. And on that note, I think it's a good place to cut her off because everything seems to be going south.
It's all going south very quickly. So I'm in Southern California. If I go much farther south, I'm going to be in Mexico. So have a great weekend.
Much further north, I'm going to be in Canada. So we're in great shape.
Exactly. Bye.
All
Get
right.
your drugs.
Bye. You're on the inside. Outside.